Making your dreams come true. Next. And welcome to the Stan Simpson Show, a program about Connecticut people and compelling issues. Make it a point to drop in every week. We all have dreams. For some, it's scaling the highest mountain, or jumping out of an airplane, or simply graduating from college and getting a job. But dreaming and doing are two different things. Today, dream-chasing consultant Abdul Rahman Mohammed talks to us about how to turn your dreams into an action plan. In our second segment, entrepreneur Roxanne Armstrong's dream is to empower high school students and their parents to find the funding to attend college. She shares her tips for getting that elusive cash. Then we'll wrap things up with a return trip from producer and writer Joe Young, who's fulfilling his dream of producing his movie, Diamond Rough, in Hartford. But first, what I call a dream-chasing consultant. Abdul Rahman Mohammed ran into you a few days ago. You're doing some fascinating things here in the city, but one of your passions is chasing dreams and empowering others to chase their dreams. How did that start?
Well, I mean, it started, I'd say, 16 years ago. I was a young father, and I always wanted my daughter to believe that she could do anything. So I started trying to create my own business, and I started off with never stop dreaming. That was my motto, and I said, you know, I want to be able to chase the dreams that I have, and I want to teach other people how to do it as well.
So many folks walk around with dreams unfulfilled, right? Nothing worse, you go through life and you leave saying, gee, I always wanted to do this, could have, should have, would have. How do you change that mentality? We'll get to some of your tips in a second, but how do you deal with that mentality where folks have dreams, but they're afraid or intimidated of their own dreams?
Well, the biggest thing is a lot of people, that's what you said, just like you said, they're afraid to chase their dreams. So they just stay stuck in their life. And what they have to do is kind of start believing that they can do the dreams that they have. What I suggest is that they start off with something small. They say, you know, I always tell people education is one of the easiest dreams that you can chase.
Why?
And the reason why is because education gives you a plan. You get a syllabus. They tell you if you go and complete these classes, you can move on to the next grade. That's the perfect kind of dream to chase because it tells you how to get there. Most dreams don't tell you how to do anything. You have to kind of figure it out for yourself. And that's when it becomes a little bit more difficult.
And completing something is very big as far as the college, right? Completing a task.
Huge.
Yeah. Now, since you're the dream-chasing guy, let's take a look at what have you dreamed about? What have you done? I saw some things where you were doing some kind of rock climbing or doing some kind of skydiving.
Skydiving, I've done all types of dreams. I've skydived.
What compelled the guy to skydive? Say, you know what, I want to jump out of an airplane. What made you decide to do that?
I saw somebody that did it, and I saw it on television. I said, man, I wonder what that would be like. Yeah. You know, the first part was very terrifying.
Yeah.
When you're going up in the airplane, you start saying, well, why did I want to do that? What was I thinking? And then when you get to the part where they open the door and your leg kind of flies out, and then you really say no, and then the guy on your back, because you do a tandem,
right?
He kind of pushes you out, and then that free fall is awesome.
Right.
I mean, you're just flying. It feels like you're flying in the sky, and it's so wonderful. And I mean, I would do it again and again and again. I mean, it's a great experience.
You still sound exhilarated by the experience.
Oh yeah. This is one thing about dream chasing is this. I tell people all the time. I get excited anytime we start talking about dreams. If we're talking about your dreams, I'd be excited. I'm like a dream motivator.
Right.
So if you start saying, you know, I'd like to skydive too. I say, you know what, Stan, let's go do it right now. Let's go figure out how much it's gonna cost. Where can we go do it? And we can get all the things we need to do to make it happen because it's great.
So you skydive, but I also heard you were swimming with dolphins. Now, how do you go from skydiving and say, you know what, my next thing I want to do is take on and swim with dolphins? I mean, who does that?
Well, I also want to swim with sharks. Dream chasers.
You swim with sharks?
I want to do it. I haven't done that one yet, but that's on my list. So, I mean, swimming with dolphins, we're in Jamaica.
Right.
They give you all these opportunities to do things. You see people doing it. And once again, I said, well, man, I'm going to go out there and do that. Right. And I'm not going to miss out on life. There's so many things in life that people just miss out on because they're afraid to take that leap of faith, afraid to try something new. And I'm not afraid of trying anything. So,
are you a thrill seeker?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Not
Is that
all
what
my
it takes
dreams. No. See, because that's the thing. Not all my dreams are like thrill-based. I have my list, my dream list is itemized into different, categories. So I have dreams that are physical, so I always keep saying I'm going to lose my gut. I want to run a 5K. I have dreams that are family-oriented. I want to marry my wife again. I want to take her to Vegas and marry her. I want to walk my daughters down the aisle when they get married. So your dreams don't have to all be things like jumping out of an airplane or swimming with dolphins. Right. They can be anything. Completing a Dream Chaser workbook, anything.
And we're going to get into your tips in 2 seconds, but first I also understand you swam with some alligators, you walked a tightrope across, I think, a bridge.
Yeah.
I mean, you say you got a little thrill-seeking thing to you, right? There's no question about that, right?
That's
so
definitely true.
Swim with alligators.
I didn't swim with them. I was going to touch that. I touched that alligator, too. You guys got all the good pictures, man.
So we did our homework here. We did all our research.
Yeah, that's good research. So, yeah, that alligator, they took us to an alligator park in Ghana. And so there were alligators just kind of around. I fed one with some chicken.
You say, here, boy, come over here.
Well, he just came up. It's funny, like certain places in the world, because one of my dreams is to visit all 7 continents.
Right.
And so in other places,
you got so far? How many do you have?
I've done China, I've done Africa, I've done America.
Okay.
And so, but I'm going to Costa Rica in June. So this is June 2012, Dream Chaser trip to Costa Rica. So any Dream Chasers out there that want to go, they can come with us to Costa Rica.
All right, let's talk about some tips. We'll get into some of their dreams in a second. Everyone out there has a dream, right? Everyone watching now saying, I have a dream.
That's right.
You're the dream guy. Break down step by step if you have a dream. And maybe you think, man, this dream is too big. I'll never get this, but I always want to do that. How do you break that dream down where you make it happen?
Okay, so the first thing they need to do is create a dream list.
Okay.
You got to have a dream list with all your dreams, because if you don't write them down, your dreams are just words that are coming out of your mouth. Can you see the words that are coming out of my mouth right now? You sure can't, because the minute I say them, they disappear.
Right.
But if I write them down, they all of a sudden become real. They become something that I can look at every day, and I can say, I'm going to do this.
They hold you accountable.
It holds you accountable. The second thing I would do is you have to take one of those dreams off the list and say, I'm going to work on this dream in particular.
Should you start with the small dream or the big one?
It depends on what kind of person you are. I'm always going for the big shot.
Right.
I'm a big shot type of guy, so I go for the big ones. I swim with dolphins. I jump out of airplanes. But if you're a shot type of person, you've had a lot of failures in your life, you don't feel confident going for the big dream, start with something easy.
Well, 2 things folks want to do. They want to start a business, they want to write a book. Everyone at some point wants to do something like that.
Right.
So where do you start? You want to start a business or start a book? How would you go from there?
I did this just the other day with one of my friends. He's been saying, I want to start a business. I said, okay, I'm going to spend 2 hours with you and we're going to start your business. So we went down to the state. We filled out the paperwork. He did the first batch of paperwork. We took him to the next building, filled out the second batch of paperwork. 2 hours later, he had his business already started. It's not, some of this stuff is about getting off the couch and getting out there and doing it. It's not about having all the knowledge in the world. I started my business, My People Clinical Services. I didn't know anything about running a business.
And that's more of a social worker service, right? Counseling, consulting.
Right, and that was one of my dreams. So I started it because I said, you know what, I want to work for myself. Did I know anything about running a business? Nope, but I took the plunge. I tried it. I failed a lot. I made a lot of mistakes. But every day you stay in business, you learn something more.
So what is articulate? You write your plan down.
You got your plan
Write an action plan, then begin to take those steps for your action plan.
Yeah.
And now you have also here finding folks to help you. How important having a dream team, so to speak, right?
You got to have a dream team, the dream support team. You have to have a dream.
How do you find the right people? Because a lot of people are dream haters, right? They don't want you to have your dream because they don't have their dreams,
erasers.
right?
I call them dream erasers.
Right.
They will erase you off the earth.
So how do you find the folks who are the dream keepers and get away from the dream erasers?
Well, this is the best way. The people that will listen to you. I say you have the dream shapers. Those people will listen to you endlessly about your dreams. The people that when you start talking about your dream, they don't doze off. They get excited about your dream. Those are the people you want around you. You have to have the right people around you if you're going to chase your dream. If you have a bunch of dream erasers, you'll never be able to accomplish it.
So you got to have a dream team in order to reach your dream and work your plan. All right. Abdul Rahman Mohammed, thank you for your time. Dream Chasers, where they can catch you? Give us a quick website.
NeverStopDreaming.com, NeverStopDreaming. Come and check me out. We got our Dream Energizers. Everything is going to be great.
All right.
Come with us to Costa Rica.
Chase alligators, right?
Yes, right?
When we come back, a Connecticut woman is chasing her dream of empowering young people and their parents to find the funding to attend college. You are watching The Stan Simpson Show. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, too.